there, sir? Good. I'm going to meet you at your table. What time is it? What time yet? Oh, I'm good.
Right. Well, no, not that instance specific. I'm thinking more like there are people who are like, I'm gonna get no bet on this thing, and then they don't end up serving my district. And obviously they are betting the pool, but it doesn't quite always work.
We'll see what happens, right?
Yeah. Oh yes. Play dating.
Oh, like, did you say are you hanging out tomorrow? Yeah. That's just something like.
You can come.
Thank you.
Your boys might be a little like.
Mine are, yeah. They're both involved. Oh yeah, we have a second one.
Sticking to junior theater makes for now.
Well, there you go. We did that for a while.
Hey, JJ. Please. Since you came up with this idea, why don't you come out with me? And when the kids come up with their things, and you just, I'm going to tear one off.
I'll tear them off. They can do
And
whatever.
they can do the whole thing. Yeah.
Thank you for the honor.
Yeah, that's great. Do we have all this school seafood?
We do. They're all in blue in the middle.
Where are they?
I already went over and said hi.
Oh.
Yeah. I think so. Yes.
Right now, every 3 months, we still have to wash the girls' hair, and they just swear someone's being murdered in my household.
Luckily, I didn't have that machine. I had very, very short hair.
You know, apparently that's what our neighbor does. We had a play date over the weekend, and she was talking about like they were going to get a haircut or whatever.
We watched.
Oh,
It's gold.
right. Yeah. See his hairstyle these days.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's also super amazing. It's nice because the only part that's long is that front part. Put it up in a ponytail, and if I'm like you're on top of things, I'll like decorate it with a clip. Yeah, that's a lot easier than like trying to comb out the whole thing. Yeah, so I figure for this item, the girls probably be very fun. So you still do it fun, it's just slick. Everything else is in there until you let your hair down.
Did the parents know that you took that one?
Nope. No. Yeah.
Aww.
Baby is that. Frank, baby is that.
Mrs. Meeks. I'm going to do a really quiet gavel hitting tonight.
Okay, that works. What's his name? Do you know?
Where do we got? We're missing Rip.
Missing several. Oh yeah.
Rita. Oh,
It's
Rita's over there
5:30.
talking to Paul. Rita.
Where's Rita?
She's right over there to the left.
Oh.
Talking to Paul. Yeah, this is 5:30.
Ladies and gentlemen, Normally I would hit the gavel right here, but I got a 2-week-old baby sleeping right next to me, so I'm not going to do that and wake him up. So first I would like to call the City Council meeting for Wednesday, March 27th to order. At this time, I normally do a moment of silence, but this baby's doing a great job of being silent. But really what this is about is, let me show you, Thomas Meeks, I think one of our youngest constituents. I just found him sitting out there. He was all by himself, looked like he was interested. I brought him up. So I'm not going to keep him long, but he's so peaceful right now, I don't want to ruin it. That's what city's all about. You know, we have a lot of kids here this evening. I'm going to sit down because I can hear it better on the microphone. We have a lot of, there it is. We have a lot of kids here this evening, all different ages, and a 2-week-old. This is what we do and why this is important. It's all about providing a place, a safe home for all of the kids, opportunities, a sense of hope, a sense of direction, letting them know that all of us together as a community are here to help Thomas and all the individuals, kids, and their families in this community. Taking that into consideration of all that we do, let's stop for a moment of silence. Thank you very much. And I'd love to have him stay up here all night, but I'm not sure. I don't want to push my luck, so I'm going to bring him back around to you for a minute. And she was so nice, she actually said, sure, you can take my 2-week-old baby.
Please don't fall off, baby.
Okay. With that, I'd like to have Hayden come up. Where's Hayden? Where is she? Where is she? And how did I choose? Come around that way, would you, Hayden? Well, come over here. This is easier getting up that way. Now, how did I pick Hayden to help us with the Pledge of Allegiance? So we're all going to stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Actually, Alderman Grip is going to actually lead, but Hayden is the youngest artist here, so I thought I would ask her to join us tonight again to help with the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's turn around this way and we'll say our Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Alderman Grip?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. And you should hear, she did great. I'm telling you, it wasn't just mouthing it. She actually said them all. Let's give Hayden a nice round of applause. Okay. Now, Brian, would you call the roll, please?
Ambrose.
Here.
Condon.
Here.
Rawson.
Here.
Dickman.
Here.
Tompkins.
Here.
Grip.
Here.
McGinnis.
Here.
Kluhl.
Here.
Matson.
Here.
And Dunn.
Here.
10 present, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Brian, and thank you all my colleagues for being here, and thank all of you for joining us. You know, as we start the meeting, I like to start with kind of how we behave and we react in this chamber. So I want to wish you a good evening, and as we begin the meeting of the City Council, I want to welcome all of you in attendance and also those who are viewing the meeting on television or on the internet. So some of you guys, yes, this is on television, on the internet. We respectfully welcome your comments and opinions, and please keep in mind that as you talk to the council, you're also sharing your thoughts with fellow Davenporters and with viewers throughout the region by way of our TV broadcast. We're happy that you're participating in your city government and ask that your participation reflect the common desire we all share to make Davenport an even greater place for all of our citizens. For the children, adults, seniors, and families in our community, those in attendance and those watching at home, I thank you for joining us. At this time, we ask that you turn off or silence your cell phones and other electronic handheld devices, as they can be disruptive and interfere with our audio system here in the chambers. If you wish to address the council on a specific item on the agenda, you're encouraged to do so during that discussion item. You will also have an opportunity to address the city council under public with business. That portion of the meeting will occur towards the end. When addressing the council, I ask that you step to the podium, wait to be recognized by myself, and speak to the council as a body and not to any single member. We will ask that you limit your remarks to no more than 5 minutes, and I ask that everyone observe, and I know you all will, the commonly accepted rules of courtesy, decorum, dignity, and good taste. So again, thank you all very much for being here. First of all, will an alderman move the approval of the minutes of the city council meeting for March 13th? It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Thank you. It passes. And just as quickly, they'll be looking at me. I got to explain stuff. So all of you new here, we had a meeting again about a month ago, or 2 weeks ago, and we did items there. We had minutes of those. It says everything that we did, and we just approved those, and everybody can see those on the online and everywhere else. So secondly, will an alderman move approval of the minutes of the City Council Committee of the Whole meeting of March 13th? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Thank you. That last week, we talked about everything that's going to be on the agenda this week. So thank you all again for being here. City Administrator, do you have any update for this evening?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Thank you. They'll make fun of me tomorrow for doing all this talking stuff, I know. Will an alderman approve the report of the Committee of the Whole for March 20th, 2019? And we voice voted that again. Thank you. So we have 2 appointments this evening and 1 proclamation. First of all, we have to the Plan and Zoning Commission, 2 appointments. 1, a new appointment, Betsy Bransgard. Secondly, a reappointment, Tom Hepner. Is there a motion to approve the commission appointments? Second. Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Thank you. And thank you to those 2 individuals who have volunteered to serve us through work on the Plan and Zone Commission. Our next item, we have a proclamation, and that's the proclamation for junior achievement, and Alderman Grip is going to lead and discuss that item.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my pleasure to read this proclamation for Junior Achievement Day. I wanted to read this proclamation because I think Junior Achievement is such a great organization in our region. I still remember as a Davenport Community School District student going through Junior Achievement. I still remember the exercises we did, and I'm sure you'll talk about it, but I did want to throw it out there that I think every sub bought at Jersey Mike's today goes to Junior Achievement. Is that correct? So on my way home from the meeting, I'm going to stop there and get dinner. Make sure you guys are there and gone by the time I get there, please, so I don't have to stand in line. So I will go ahead and read the proclamation. Whereas the City of Davenport recognizes the junior achievement of the Heartland's purpose to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy. Whereas the City of Davenport will observe JA Day on April 4th, 2019 as an opportunity to recognize and celebrate junior achievement of the Heartland for empowering our young people to own their economic success. Whereas junior achievement of the Heartland's educational contribution equips our young people to become the next generation of productive employees and self-sufficient citizens to ensure the economic prosperity of Davenport. Whereas junior achievement of the Heartland includes opportunities for educators, parents, and community volunteers to connect classroom learning to life after graduation. Whereas it is fitting for Davenport to support the goals of junior achievement of the Heartland, and we encourage the continuing partnership of business, education, and community in achieving these said goals. Whereas it is fitting for parents, educators, businesses, and other members of the community to join the celebration in an effort to ensure the future success and economic health of our young people in the communities in which they live. Now therefore, we, Mayor Frank Klipsch, and the Davenport City Council do hereby proclaim April 4th, 2019 as Junior Achievement Day in the City of Davenport, and we call on all citizens to support and recognize the opportunities afforded to the youth of our community through this great organization. Dated this 27th day of March, 2019. I move the proclamation.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you, and I'll come around and make the presentation.
Thank you, Mayor.
This is Dougal Nelson, the president of JA, so thank you and congratulations. And let me present that, I think when somebody, there he is, our photographer's back there. Thank you. Want to say a few words?
Absolutely.
Please,
I'm
please.
Never at a loss for those. So there's a lot of.
Please use the mic, because that's
Yeah.
where the cameras are going.
Yeah, there's a lot of students in the audience. I just want to show of hands. How many of you have had junior achievement at some point? Very cool. So, you know, those were great words, Alderman Grip, that you spoke. And those are words I use all the time in almost every presentation that I give. But I want to break it down today, and I just want to simplify it and put it in maybe a couple simple sentences. And I believe personally, and I know our organization believes as a whole, that if we give students a sense of purpose and a belief in themselves, that they'll be successful. A sense of purpose and a belief in themselves, and kids can do whatever they want to do. You know, it's on us as a community. It's on junior achievement. It's on the residents. It's on the city council. It's on the mayor's part. That's the success of junior achievement. It's the volunteer in the classroom who teaches kids the relevancy of what they're learning and how it applies to business. We're teaching them those soft skills: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, how to shake hands, how to look somebody in the eye. Those are all very important. And thank you to the city of Davenport that we've served over 8,100 students in your fair city. But that's not enough. And I'm going to share why I think that. Every time I go to a city council meeting or a city government meeting, I always hear about economic impact. So I want to leave you with a statistic that I think will resonate with everyone in this room. We just recently did a survey of our JA alumni, and they reported that they make 20% more income than those that did not have junior achievement as a young person. So think about that, 8,100 students, and double that or triple that. What kind of impact could that have on our city? So thank you for those that have been in the classroom volunteering. Thank you to those that will continue to do that, and thank you for the support of the city of Davenport. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all you do. We have two presentations this evening. One of them is the young people here and recognizing their art. As I told them upstairs, that art, you figure that there are 15,000 students in Davenport, and there are 27 kids here. Think of the impact of that. They're one out of that, only 27 that represent out of 15,000. So that's very important, and I think we all need to give them a round of applause. But we'll do that. Ooh, I see I snuck up on you. We'll do that as we bring up individually. We'll give each one their certificate, and you give them a round of applause then. If anybody wants to get a picture, they can. And I want to come around and join Steve at the podium. And J.J. Condon's going to come with me. You have something else special to give him.
So here are your certificates, Mayor.
Okay.
My name is Steve Schwegler, and I'm proud to serve the Davenport Schools as the Fine Arts Curriculum Specialist. And we're here today to thank the City Council and Mayor's Office for this partnership and for including us in the celebration of Art Month. March is Youth Art Month, and in fact, the theme for this year is Your Art, Your Story. And you can see in the students' artwork really how much that Davenport means to them. And there's special landmarks that speak out to them and draw their attention and impel them to, do some artwork to kind of commemorate that and to celebrate that. And so we celebrate Davenport, and we celebrate art, and we celebrate the partnership today. So we're going to start with, I'll call each student's name, and they'll come right up once they hear their name and receive that from Mayor Klipsch. So our first student is Chloe Yacaprero, 9th grader from Central High School, and the teacher is Clint Balzer.
I have an announcement also. Alderman Condon actually said, you know, we have a lot of these stickers, let's have some made special. So they're a Davenport seal sticker, so he's gonna give them one of those too that you can use. Wherever you'd like to put those. Come on over here, we'll get a picture. Turn around that way, because everybody wants to take your picture.
Of course they do.
Start over there.
Where this?
There. You got one, Kurt? Yep. Okay, great. Congratulations. Do we want to have, I think we've done this before, maybe have
Line them
all-
up.
Chloe? We're just gonna, and if you would just line up in front there when all the others come too.
You're helping us set
They're gonna
the
follow
standard.
you.
Yeah. Whoa. All right. Next up is Mason Masters, 11th grader from Mid-City High School, and art educator is Latoya Lewis.
Congratulations. There you go. If you would stand back there with Chloe.
Stephen Schroeder, 12th grader from North High School, Michelle O'Brien, art educator.
Mom's over there. One down the middle. All your fans.
Cameron White, 11th grade, West High School, art educator Chad Wolf.
Thank you. Thank you.
Illustrator, 6th grade, Creative Arts Academy, Heidi Hernandez, art educator.
Is that your sister? Wait a minute. Yeah.
Markia Woodson, 7th grade, Smart Intermediate, Brian White, art educator. Adriana Rodriguez, 6th grade, from Sudlow Intermediate, Annette Eckhout Lopez is the teacher. Okay. Next we have Isabella Davis, 8th grader from Williams Intermediate, and art educator Rita Rickles-Glaw.
There's Grandma. Thank you.
Grandma's always first.
Next, Carmelo Rodriguez, 8th grader from Wood Intermediate, and Daniel Milborn is the art educator. Parker Garlock, 4th grader from Adams Elementary, Tony Ryder is the art educator. Miley Duvall, fourth grader from Bluegrass Elementary. Nicole Gillette is the art educator. Brianna Buckner, fourth grade, Buchanan Elementary. Lisa Weideman is the art educator. Colton Birdsong, third grade, Buffalo Elementary, Jamie Bond, art educator.
Come on over here and get a picture taken. I think you need to go over here, buddy. Face your mom. Got it? No, face that way. Congratulations, you go back with us over here.
Jude Elliott, fourth grade, Eisenhower Elementary. Art educator is Susan Sweeney.
One of these right there. There you go. Congratulations.
Alex Kellenberger, fourth grade, Fillmore Elementary. Derek Lum is the art educator. Ben Bergthold, third grade, Garfield Elementary. Sherry Smith is the art educator.
Kind of like Where's Waldo for our photography.
Marissa Boyenton, fourth grade, Harrison Elementary. Jessica Bonilla is the art educator.
Swing this way. Here, take that with you. Okay. Congratulations.
Lucian Flores, fourth grade, Hayes Elementary. Connie Bieber is the art educator.
One back there. There you go. Take that with you. Go back with your others. There you go.
John Sullivan, fourth grade, Jackson Elementary. Stacy Hauk, art educator.
Take mom over there. There we go. We got one back there. There he is. There's Waldo. Okay, head back there.
Mariana Villa Ipendando Gonzalez, fourth grader from Jefferson Elementary. Leanna Carter, art educator.
Turn around this way. I think your mom wants a picture over there. The guy back there.
Jasmine Raymond, 3rd grade, Madison Elementary, Brian Nickel, art educator.
I'll tell you, I have one of my grandkids right now goes to Madison. This guy's a phenomenal art teacher. He does a great job. Congratulations.
McCartney Lowe, 4th grade, McKinley Elementary, Michelle Lindquist, art educator.
Why don't we have everybody just scoot in that way a little bit? We have a few more to go. So
Scrunched together.
that's the technical term. is
That's
scrunch.
right, scrunch. Tavian Barnhart, 4th grade, Monroe Elementary, David Hauk, art educator.
Let's face over this way.
Sandra Pomales Diaz, 2nd grade, Truman Elementary, Jessica Bonilla, art educator.
Okay, let's turn around over this way. We'll get a picture over there. There's one back there. There's a whole crowd. All these people want your picture. Great. You can take that back.
Addison Golinghorst, 4th grade, Walcott, Brian Gunn, art educator.
Mom's right there in the middle. Great. Congratulations.
Ali Perez, 4th grade, Washington Elementary, Ann Ranfelt, art educator.
Got it? Okay, we can wait. If you, my big thumb said eight keys at once, so I understand.
You may wonder why we have so many 4th graders. Well, we have a Davenport Landmarks as one of our fine arts units in 4th grade. So it really fits the theme for having artwork here at City Hall. So, but we started with Hayden, and we're going to finish off with Hayden. So Hayden Cummings, 2nd grade, Wilson Elementary, Adam Little and Jamie Bond, art educators.
Cameras all over the place for you. There's one over there.
I'd like to thank again the City Council, Mayor's Office, students, parents, our fine art educators, and our administrators for being here tonight and supporting the fine arts and especially art in our district. It's one of the things we really hang our hat on and we're very proud of. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Let's have all of you scrunch in a little bit more. Scrunch a little bit more. All the aldermen, let's stand up behind them. We'll get a picture of everybody.
Come this way. All this line, come this way. Come forward. guys come this way a little bit. Okay. Keep coming, keep coming. Line basics, here we go. Squeeze in there.
Still got to scoot in a little. Scrunch. It's a technical term.
This whole row, this front row, take one step back. There you go.
Oh, nice job, Brian.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll leave that. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, everyone.
Ryan's moving. Be live action for this part. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a record camera night. Paparazzi, I'm telling you. Okay, kids, you can all head back to your seats. Congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause. We're going to let all of you parents who would like to, you're going to miss a tremendous local business award, but I understand to get a little antsy, young folks, so they've been so good the whole evening. Thank you.
Your name placards back up there?
Oh. Yeah. As they're starting to leave, I think, I didn't want to disappoint anybody. I thought the Melcherts and the Feeneys and the Serrers thought all those people were here for this, and it was they should have been, darn it. But thank you very much. I think we're going to go ahead and move on with the agenda. You've been very patient, and thank you very much. It's kind of fun seeing all the kids. Our last item is our local business, which is the foundation of our community, and we're recognizing the Great Midwest Seafood Company. The Great Midwest Seafood Company was started in February of 1983 by Jeff and Janet Melchert, and I think I pronounced that right. Melchert? That's good? Good. Out of the desire to provide the landlocked Midwest with fresh, quality seafood. The early days were retail only, but soon after, local chefs were calling on them with their seafood orders. This launched the Great Midwest Seafood Company into the seafood supply business for not only Davenport and the Quad Cities, but the entire Midwest. Dave Surrier partnered soon after in 1986 with his wife Jenny, joined in 1998. After college, Jeff's son Dave Melchert joined the Great Midwest Seafood team. Today, Dave Surrier and Dave Melchert, also known as the Daves, are the two owner-operators. Aaron Feeney, Dave Surrier's son-in-law, has been a large contributor to the success of the Great Midwest Seafood Company. The Great Midwest Seafood Company has a total of 13 full-time employees and 4 part-time employees. Each week, they average about 250 deliveries. And in the first 2 weeks of March, the Great Midwest Seafood Company received into inventory over 60,000 pounds of frozen and fresh seafood items. If you calculate the average serving of seafood per meal at 6 ounces, this is about 158,000 meals in or out of our doors. The Great Midwest Seafood's first commercial accounts many years ago was Chef Charles, who started Duck City, and to this day, about 33 years later, Duck City, operated by Charles's son Jeremy, remains a valuable customer to us, and I've had some of the great seafood there myself, so thank you for that. I want to say thank you to the Great Midwest Seafood Company for their 36 years of dedicated customer service, their devotion to providing the city of Davenport with the taste of the sea, and their contribution to the economic development and the quality of life in Davenport, Iowa. The Great Midwest Seafood Company is a staple in the food industry of Davenport and another wonderful example of one of Davenport's local businesses. They're truly the foundation of our community. So I'm going to come out and make the presentation, and any or all of you in those blue shirts, come on up. It's like a school of seafood coming up here, so. Couldn't pass that up, sorry. Thank you. And we have on this, again, brick setting the foundation of community. Local business, the foundation of our community, recognizing the unique businesses of Davenport, Iowa, March 2019, to the Great Midwest Seafood Company since 1983. 83, yes. Come on up, let's all get in a picture. All those kids got a picture, let's get one in here. You can hold the brick. Come on up. Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody want to say a few remarks? It's up to you.
Just real quick, thanks very much. It's quite an honor. Much appreciated.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to let Alderman Tompkins has a little comment. It's in her ward. She made initially the suggestion. I had a culinary taste for the location, and she recognized it and brought it to my attention again.
I just wanted to say thank you for coming down and thank you for investing in Davenport. It's a great location if anybody has not been there. I'm a huge seafood fan. My family loves going there, so I go there pretty regularly. So thank you for your great service to Davenport.
Thank you very much. And next, we're going to move on to petitions and communications from the council, and myself and Alderman McGinnis as our chairman of community engagement. We'll start off the discussion.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nahant Marsh's annual Marsh Madness Trivia Night is Saturday, March 30th at KSI at 1035 West Kimberly. The doors open at 6 and the trivia begins at 7. Tickets are $10 a person, and the funds raised support the educational and restoration efforts for this site that was transformed from an EPA Superfund site into one of the upper Mississippi's largest urban wetlands. And according to an article right now on the Scientific American website, it plays a role in our flood control by acting as a massive urban floodwater sponge, catching and filtering up to 2 billion gallons of water during peak flows on the Mississippi, which we're having now. So for more information on Saturday's event, though, you can go to nahammarsh.org, and hope you'll support this great organization. Now, if you weren't able to participate in last week's corridor cleanup, but maybe your neighborhood or your organization or a volunteer group is still looking to do a cleanup or adopt an area to keep clean all year round, either one, just one cleanup or an adopt an area, you can get free supplies like bags, gloves, safety vests, and grabbers from the Waste Commission of Scott County through the I Live Here initiative. The group also loans recycling containers for special events. So for more information on that or to order supplies, go to ilivehereqc.org. And if you're interested in what's happening with the I-74 bridge, you have a chance to learn more and also the history of bridges in our area through a fully immersive virtual reality display at the Rock Island Arsenal Museum. It was created by IDOT and the Iowa State University, and it runs through June 1st. So admission is free as always. Museum's open Tuesday to Saturday from noon to 4 p.m. And just a last thing, a reminder that free yard waste pickup begins next week and continues through April 13th. And one last reminder, the city is holding flood preparation meetings for folks in the 24-foot floodplain tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the Police Department Community Room of the Davenport Police Department, and Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at the Roosevelt Community Center. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Alderman McGinnis. Alderman Ross.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. I was actually going to cover I Live Here as well, so I will just add to Alderwoman McGinnis's comments. I've had several neighborhoods in Fifth Ward that have organized and gotten supplies. So when you contact the Waste Commission of Scott County, you can pick up gloves, the hand grabbers, the I Live Here bags, and they'll give you fluorescent vests so you can be safe out there picking up the streets. And the I Live Here bags can be picked up free of charge by the city of Davenport. So if you organize your neighborhood and you go out and you have 4 or 5 bags, you can set them on the curb, you can group them together and give Public Works a call, and they will come and pick up the bags free of charge. You do not need to add a trash sticker. Okay, so that's a really great benefit. And if you don't have online access, you can call 563-381-1300 and give them a call and just set a time for you to go out and pick up supplies. So it's a good program. The second thing I have and the last thing is that I have a ward meeting next Tuesday at 6 p.m. at Madison Elementary in the library / media room. And our fascinating Rich Oswald, who is the director of, wave Rich, he's back in the back. He's the director of neighborhood housing. So he's going to be talking to residents about preparing for spring after the winter and probably some garbage pickup, but also answering questions related to code enforcement and any nuisance issues that residents may have. As always, the ward meetings are open to anyone across the city, so we'd love to see you there. 6 p.m. Madison Elementary next Tuesday. Thanks.
Thank you, Alderman Rawson. Alderman Ambrose.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tuesday the 9th of April, I'll be hosting a ward meeting. There'll be staff there to talk about different programs the city has that might assist people with improving their homes and their businesses. So if you want to be a good neighbor and take care of your property, or you got a business you want to expand, come to the meeting. And I also want to thank Nicole. Her public works staff is out doing potholes, and they're starting to tackle some of the areas south of Locust Street in my neighborhood and ward. And they did do Washington Street, so I appreciate that. And I want to thank Marion McGinnis for her great presentation and all the good things happening at City Hall. Thanks.
Thank you, Alderman Ambrose. And I would want to echo the fact of think about our public works employees. Not only did they work tremendous hours with the snow, and now they're working exemplary time with the pothole-related issue. And I want to remind everybody, we as a city have committed $30 million on street, sewers, and infrastructure next year, but also flood fighting. So if you see public works people, definitely thank them, because they're working very hard and very long hours. So thank you for that. And lastly, last night we had Monday night, our first meeting of our cohort of Davenport University, Davenport U, or Citizens Academy, a great group of people learning about their city. So we'll keep everybody informed, not only how that's going, but your next opportunity. So with that, we're going to move on. There's a couple of, first of all, individual items on the discussion agenda. First is a second consideration for ordinance case number REZ 19-01, request by Bradley Matthews to rezone approximately 1.1 acres located at 5,000 Grand Avenue from I-1 Light Industrial District to RMF Residential Multifamily District. Is there any public with comments on that item? It's been moved and seconded. Brian, would you call the roll, please?
Grip,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Cluel,
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose. Condon,
Yes.
Rawson.
Yes.
Dickman.
Yes.
And Tompkins.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you. The Committee of the Whole recommends suspension of the rules and passage on the second consideration. Is there a motion for suspension of the rules? It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. Roll call, please.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Cluel,
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose.
Yes.
Condon,
Yes.
Rawson.
Yes.
Dickman.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
And Grip.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now we're going to have a motion for passage of the third consideration. Is there a second or a motion and a second? Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Cluel,
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose.
Yes.
Condon,
Yes.
Rawson.
Yes.
Dickman.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Grip.
Yes.
And McGinnis.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you. Lastly, we have a resolution approving the Fairmont Cemetery Association agreement between the Fairmont Cemetery and Crematory Association and the City of Davenport. Is there any public with comments on this? It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, please. Oops, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Alderman McGinnis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, I want to thank Pine Hill for stepping up to this important and much-loved asset especially on the west side of Davenport. It's needed this kind of care, and I'm grateful that they're going to be partners. I would, as I had said last week, I'm making a motion now to an amendment to number 5 of the agreement. I have talked over this with council as well as the Pine Hill folks. And the amendment would have number 5 read, projects repairs to mausoleum and/or crematorium. Cemetery agrees that any proposed interior or exterior projects or repairs planned for the mausoleum and/or crematorium shall first be subject to review and approval by the Davenport Historic Preservation Commission, and further, cemetery agrees to list the crematorium and the mausoleum in the Davenport Register of Historic Properties and Local Landmarks. So that is my amendment. There is actually a application for the crematorium has already been completed, and I believe that we can get help in helping them get an application for the mausoleum as well. So that is
We
my
have a motion. Is there a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. I think we can just do a voice vote on that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Great. And then we will, Alderman Grip.
I just want, before we vote on it, to reiterate what Alderwoman McGinnis said about thanking Pine Hill. This wasn't something that we asked for. This is something that came to us, and it is certainly an asset to the community and something that we want to continue to have on the west end of Davenport. But I also wanted to thank Alderman Dunn and Alderwoman McGinnis, who have done a lot of work on this. I know that they've been out there, they've walked it, they've spent a lot of their time on this, and I think that we've come to a good point with what we were given, and I'm comfortable with what we have moving forward, and I'm hoping we have great success with the agreement that we've reached. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we must vote on the amended resolution. Roll call, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Ambrose. Yes. Condon,
Yes.
Rawson.
Yes.
Dickman.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Grip.
Yes.
McGinnis.
Yes.
Cluel.
Yes.
And Mattson.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
The resolution has been adopted. Now I ask for a motion on approval of all the items on the consent agenda. It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Ambrose. Yes. Condon.
Yes.
Rawson.
Yes.
Dickman.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Grip.
Yes.
McGinnis.
Yes.
Cluel.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
And Dunn.
Yes.
10 yeses, Your Honor.
Thank you, and that has been approved. Are there any other ordinances, resolutions, and motions this evening? Seeing none, is there any public with business this evening? Seeing no one, are there any other reports of city officials? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Been moved and seconded, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned. I could hit it loud because there was no little baby up there that time, so I did that. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I gotta get one of those stickers to put on my book. It's kind of nice.
Did you get all the signatures?
Yep. Everyone.
Mail tomorrow?
I'm going to, we got to cut it up and make sure it's in the right, you know, we got to take that off and put it on the right, those signatures. Hi there. Yes. That's right. What about yours? I mean, I'm happy to do it. This is much more fun here, I understand. Let's see, where do you want it? Right by under, here? Or in here? Oh, there we go. Official signature.